Hey everyone, Raider here. Hope you're all doing great and having a fantastic day. So the Galaxy Book 3 line of laptops is about to release here on February 1st, just in a couple days. And one of those models is going to be the Book 3 Ultra, and there's going to be two variants on it, an i7 and an i9. And if I sound a little nasally today, I'm kind of getting over a little cold. So we're going to see those drop on February 1st. So in this video, I want to talk about two things for the Book 3 Ultra, and that is going to be the speculated price that we're seeing for this for both the i7 and the i9, as well as the CPU offerings, which are going to be Intel 13th Gen i7 and i9 H series processor. So these are definitely going to be very exciting machines coming out from Samsung. Obviously, they're going after Apple with the MacBooks on this one. These are going to compete. They are testing really well. I'm going to show some Geekbench scores here in just a little bit. But let's go ahead and start with the price. All right, so for the past month or so, I've been seeing like a speculated price floating around that the Book 3 Ultras are going to start at $16.99. I can tell you flat out, 100%, there is no way in heck that a laptop with an H series processor along with an RTX 40 anything is going to come out for $1,600 something dollars. That's not happening. But now over the past few days, we've been getting some more realistic numbers in. So I'm going to put a couple screenshots up here. So what it looks like, if we convert this over to US currency, the i7 offering is going to start at $3,500. And if you're looking for the fully spec'd out Book 3 Ultra, the one with the i9, 4070, 32 gigs of RAM, we're looking at $3,800 US. So the Book 3 Ultra, unfortunately, it's going to be priced out for most of us. You know, it is for me anyway. I don't think I'm going to be able to spring that, not for my channel. That's just a little bit up there for a laptop that I'm going to be replacing again for the channel anyways in just a year. Whew, I don't know about that one. Maybe sometime later on this year when finances pick up, but right now, that's going to be a little too costly for this guy. I'm probably going to lean on the Book 3 Pro 360, the successor to this one. I really like this laptop. I like it a lot, actually. So I'm not going to be disappointed, especially with all the screen upgrades. But for those of you that were looking for, you know, a modest or some type of fair price to come in for the Book 3 Ultra, I don't think we're going to see it. Keep in mind, this is a very well, you know, fleshed out laptop as far as specs go. It's going to compete. We'll find out soon. 2 to 3 days, we'll know for sure. So the next thing I want to talk about is the overall CPU, GPU performance that we're getting out of the Book 3 Ultra. We already have some scores coming in through Geekbench. Let me go ahead and put the specs up right now for the i7 model. This is one with 16 gigs of RAM. And now let's take a look at the Geekbench score. Not too bad. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the i9 specs. You'll see single score goes up by almost 1,000, roughly that. And we're getting close to a 2,500 increase on the multi-core performance. So pretty good scores. But here's the kicker. Let me go ahead and throw up the highest multi-score. And this is coming from the i7 with 16 gigs of RAM. So this is the highest one yet. And you're probably wondering, well, how is that even possible? How is an i7 with 16 gigs of RAM going to test higher than the multi-thread score of an i9 with 32 gigs of RAM? And I think the main reason that we're seeing these fluctuating scores is due to thermal throttling. So that's my main concern really with that i9 processor coming out, is how much of that thermal throttling are we actually going to see? Because Samsung's really got to come up with some magic sauce to compensate for the heat. Because keep in mind, this Galaxy Book 3 Ultra is supposed to come in at 1.8 kilograms. Well, this one here is 1.6. And that Book 3 Ultra is going to be a 16-inch panel, so that pretty much kind of tells you where those other 0.2 kilograms are going, right? Just a couple ounces here. They're coming into the screen size, really. So it's going to be just as thin with an i9 H series with a 4070 in it. So heat is definitely going to be a concern, especially on that i9, and I think that's the main reason why we're seeing the little bit of difference in scores. You know, if I had to buy one blindly, I don't know. I guess it would really depend on the price difference. If they were about the same price, I'd probably still go with the i9. Yeah, that's my take on the price and the CPU specs that we're looking at so far. Pretty exciting times. I'm kind of bummed that it's a little bit out of my price range, unless they blow us away and surprise us with some magic number. But as it stands right now, about $3,500 for the Book 3 Ultra. Geekbench scores are looking really good. It's testing super high. So expectations are high, as they should be for a model this price. All right, exciting times ahead. I'll be putting out a lot of videos once we get these pre-orders in. And as always, thanks for watching.